I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody. The story I'm going to tell today really messed me up. It's something that happened in prison and it really affected me a lot. I was in the hole. They bring this guy in. My other cellie had got out that morning. They bring this other guy in the late afternoon, put him in my cell, and the CO's leaving and everything. You got to cuff up. You know, so you cuff up, and then you go stand in the back of the cell, and then they bring the other guy in, and they uncuff him, and then you go back over there and they uncuff you. That's the way they do it in the whole. Anyway, he sits down, kind of in a corner, and he's almost shaking. I mean, he's just, and I said, man, what's wrong with you, man? Nothing. I said, man, you're making me nervous, man. What is going on? And so finally he tells me why he's down there. This guy in the wing he was in went up to him. He's new in prison. He hadn't been there very long. Goes up to him and said that he would like to do things to him. You know what I'm talking about, bad things. So he goes back in his cell and he gets some hot water, boils it up, goes down there, throws it in the guy's face, and then just goes crazy attacking him. And people later in the wing that told me about this said he was biting on his nose, he's scratching, he's grabbing his three-piece and all of this. He just went berserk. They came in there and broke it up and took him to the hole and took the other guy to medical. But I didn't know all of this at first. He just told me that he threw the water on the guy and attacked the guy. What the guy said, I said, well, you did good then. You know, you did what you're supposed to do. It doesn't matter. He goes, I was scared. I said, it doesn't matter. You defended yourself. That's good. But we get talking about it over and over. And he asked me, he said, what are you in here for? And I said, well, I deleted a guy. That ain't the word I used, but I said I deleted a guy that was abusing my little brother, my 14-year-old brother. I said my parents went and didn't believe me, and I said a retired cop, I don't know if he believed me or not, but he just turned around and told my parents. And then he says something, don't know how to respond to what he said. He said, I wish I had somebody like that when I was real little. I mean, what do you say to that? I didn't know what to say. So I'm very bad at talking and to people in situations like this. So I finally said, what happened? And he says that his brother, older brother, and his stepfather did things to him when he was real little for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, I was almost, I was angry. I was almost in tears. But you know, prison, you learn not to let tears show, you know. So anyway, it comes time for them to let me out. And this guy was asking the COs to keep me in there. And I said, man, dude, I gotta go, man. I got. So anyway, he just keeps asking the CO, and the CO says, you know, the CO was kind of grinning, you know. He says, we can't do that. And I'm trying to tell the CO, man, don't be. Anyway, after we get out and we're walking towards the front of the wing, and the CO was walking a little ways from me, a couple feet. I said, hey man, I said, try to put somebody good in the cell. You know what I'm talking about. I said, this guy's been through a lot. And he said, okay. Doesn't mean he will. They put whoever, if they got space to fill up, they'll fill it up. Now maybe if there's 2 empty cells and they bring somebody in that might do something to the kid, they put him in the other cell. I never did get to find out what happened to that kid. I never did see him again. But I do know this. I get out, and they put me in the wing, this kid, in the same housing unit, same wing this kid was in, this young guy was in. And they're still talking about it. So I asked him, I said, what happened? And he said, don't know, man. He just came out and threw water on the guy and just attacked him, went nuts, man, crazy. We don't know why he did it or not. And I said, I can tell you why he did it. So I told him. They said, man, We remember when that happened. He was joking. He was just messing with the kid. I said, look, man, that kid's been through a lot, man. And how was he to know? He don't know that guy. He's new here. You know, so he took it seriously. But I said, he's had a traumatic childhood. They said, man, you know, that's bad. You know, I feel bad for him and everything. But the guy was just joking with him, messing with me. I said, he did not know that. This old head was kind of listening in, you know, and I knew him for a long time. He goes, young blood did what he's supposed to. He goes, I don't play with nobody like that. And for that reason, you know, play with me like that, you might get a piece of steel. I said, yeah, but if you and I are joking, we know one another. And we're joking like that, you know, we know one another. He goes, I don't play like that with people I know. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, the kid did the right thing. Maybe some of these young people around here playing with people will learn to stop. You know, not everything's a joke. And especially to some people, it's not a joke. Some of these guys kind of understood, and some of them kind of walked up. Others said, man, people got to lighten up around here, learn how to take a joke. No, not on something like that, and especially in that kid's situation and all he'd been through, and he came to prison. He hadn't been in prison very long, and somebody comes up and says that to him. He did what he was supposed to. I agree with the old head, 100%. What do you guys think? Would you guys done the same thing? Would you think the young guy did the right thing? I think he did. I did not. I don't like telling that story, and I told it for the first time the other day to my wife and, you know, my family and everything, and they said, that really upset you, right? And I said, yeah, that's why I haven't told it yet. They said, well, maybe you should tell it. So I think I did pretty good telling it. It didn't get to me like it did when I told my family. But I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.